These other musical instruments. We have slurai, it's like bamboo, and this is also another musical instrument, bell, and this is gong. This may be more familiar to you. This is in the Lamlifo village community. And right now, there's an international gathering of 9 countries in the province where I came from, and they call it the Coronadal International Folklore Festival. Slovenia, India, Philippines, Poland, Russia, Indonesia, Chinese Taipei, Japan, Thailand, Turkey, Mexico. They're all there right now in one of the cities in the province where I came from from August 10th to 18th. And they're having performances in different parts of the city. So they're the showcase as well for the cities, the blondes that are living there, and these are 2 ladies that have represented them. And there's also an exhibit going on right now, showcasing really unique cultural materials. The ones that I've showed earlier in the slides, they're also having it there. And yep, that's in another hotel. So things has been done to promote like Blaan, patronize Blaan. She's going to celebrate her 90th birthday this month, and on the 23rd we're gonna have a community Thanksgiving in her honor, and this is being done again by the Ramon Magsaysay Memorial College's Blaan Study Center. She's not just a master of this kind of craft, she's also into chanting, she's also into dancing, basketry, mat weaving, traditional cuisine. She does that. But her skills, her favorite skill of all time is the weaving. When I was there in 2002, there were around 5 of them. Now she's the only one left. And it's just now that the community is really taking note of giving importance to this, and people are lining up to order. Even me, I'm lining up to order her work. And our prayer for her is to become a national living treasure. In the Philippines, we call it the Gawad Manilikha ng Bayan, and she will be conferred by the President as a national living treasure. And I hope it would happen in her lifetime, because she is really up in age. And in relation to the USA, these are all Americans, and these are all kids growing up here in America. Some are born in the Philippines, some are born here in the US, and there's a growing numbers of us immigrants that raises our kids here in America. So with the Asian Pacific Historical Society, we wanted to, at least for our generation, next generations, to know their roots, not only their bigger Filipino roots, but also their subculture. Like my kids, they're like, yes, half Filipino, half American, but on my side, it's more complex and it's more subculture. I have subculture that I would want it as well for my kids to learn and appreciate, and hope they could transfer that knowledge to the next generation. So these are just faces. We have a Facebook page we call Blaan International. Those that are living outside the country, by work or by marriage, and those that are living in the Philippines but are married to another nationality, and they have younger kids as well of mixed races. So we call them ourselves and organize ourselves Blaan Internationals, so that wherever we are in this world, we can still, connect and share our culture. So as a Blaan cultural advocate, I do lots of online advocacies by social media networking sites, and Tricia have seen lots of them I posted in Facebook. And always, like, we advocate for skills transfer. If we could not transfer the skills to the younger generation, it will just end up to the last master that knows that skill. I can advocate, but I could not. I haven't learned the skill. It's just my learning is mostly on knowledge. The skills transfer maybe I can do for my own kids, maybe part of the language. But the craft, I don't know. I can tell and I can share, but I can't transfer a little part of the major crafts. We really need to have more research and documentation and have them on the dissemination level as well. So that's the presence right now of the Blaan Study Center. That is our strength. We find it as a strength. And we hope that there will be global awareness on Blaan culture, concerts, the National Living Treasure Awardees of different skills, international performances, cultural exchange programs. Me being invited here today to share to you Blaan culture, that is already like sharing in a global scale, because you as well are coming from different backgrounds and here in the USA. So that's an opportunity for us to share more about our culture. And the stakeholders of all of this advocacy for Blaan cultural preservation and development is the institution right now that recently launched the Blaan Study Center, the RMMC Blaan Study Center. We have partner agencies, which is like the National Commission for the Culture and Arts in the Philippines, the Department of Tourism, the National Commission for Indigenous Peoples, the Department of Education, that are trying to integrate Indigenous peoples' culture in their curriculum so that they could implement an indigenous-based curriculum in communities with high population of indigenous people, and they can really reach out more to them and then consider the cultural sensitivities in the educational level. Non-government organizations, local and international, and as well as local government units. We're blessed that there's a province right now that there's really a very great partner for cultural development, and that is the provincial government of Sarangani. We hope that other provinces will have a program, specific program, government program, to really help assist, mostly technical assistance to these communities. And if they can bridge grants and programs, that is nice. And hopefully we can empower local government units. More than empowering local government units is empowering as well the communities. And right now that's what we're doing in our Blaan communities. We're trying to influence them that yes, we can do better for our communities. Once people knew what we can do, support and help will just be coming in. But we have to show what we can. Because yes, we have this, we have that, we have richness in our culture, but what will be next? So the challenge as well is on us, so that we will not be so dependent on what can the government be of help for us, but how can we really help ourselves as well as a community. And these are just part of the Blaan kids. That's why they're very much the reason why we do lots of advocacy, because it's for the next generation. Wherever our kids are in this part of the world and wherever they are concentrated, they would be proud of their culture. And these kids, they have a class in a week where they are all dressed in traditional somehow, even though their designs are simple, but that's what's applicable for them right now, because they're kids. They make their own beads, they make their own accessories, so they're learning it from the school system as well. So these are just a list of photos from friends that I've used in this presentation. And Bong Salamat means thank you. Thank you for having me over, and I hope that I'll be able to share more in the future if there's an opportunity. Thank you.